Oh good, you're here finally, just in time to do another meanwhile on Snapchat. This week it was so hot, and that's basically all I spoke about. Also, we had a visit from Drunk Kris. The week didn't start off as good as I would have liked. Let's get into it. Let's use this time that nature has bestowed upon us 32 degrees of heat to film nearly outside. I don't want to go all the way outside, but nearly outside is good enough. I want to tell you a sad tale about a boy named Kris, which happened last night. So I was about to eat my dinner, right? And then the water went off for some reason, and I'm pretty sure it's not my fault, but that's besides the point. So the water's off, I don't have any taps. And I'm about to eat my dinner, which is like a Sunday breakfast, basically. There's some eggs, some toast, some sausage, some bacon, that kind of stuff. A very delicious dinner. So I sit down in my chair to try and eat the dinner, and before I actually sit down, I realize there's something in the chair. So I try and move that something in the chair and spill my dinner all over myself and the floor. And because I have no water in the house, I can't clean myself up. I use like paper towels to just wipe the dirt off. I still got some marks on me. I need to shower. And here's the sad part. I did pick up the food and eat it again. I know that's, but it was so good and I was so hungry and I didn't have many other options. And I was just feeling sorry for myself. So that happened. Don't lower your lower your view on me. I mean, sometimes we have low moments in life, don't we? Just need to smile about it and move on. Woo, it's hot. Okay, yeah, so that wasn't great. However, the hot weather did make things a little bit easier to tolerate. And I bought myself pool is probably a strong word. Let's talk about happiness for a second before I jump back in the pool. Another 29-degree day. Yep, doing well in this English summer. You're jealous, be jealous. Some people wonder how I can be so happy all the time. How does that work? Well, the trick, and you can do it too, is not to focus on the emotion of happiness, which is actually pleasure or joy or whatever those ones are called. The key to happiness, to long-term and constant happiness, is thinking about it in terms of your destiny and your goals. If you've got things that you're working towards and you are doing that, you are happy, because happiness comes from purpose. Now for me, I have lots going on, so it's easy for me to just push that to the back of my mind and say, actually, I need to take a break and get in the pool. So what I've done is, you might have noticed, I've bought myself a 5-foot pool and filled it with about that much water. I don't know if you can see, because I'm on a balcony, right? So I'm not the smallest of guys to begin with. And if I'm filling that thing with water, it might get too heavy and my entire balcony might fall and kill people underneath me. So I don't want to do that. So I've already filled it with a little bit of water, but I tested it yesterday and it was freezing cold and super refreshing. So I'm gonna have to stay on my toes because there's gonna be a shark in there at all times. No lifeguard, just shark. I like danger. I like doing it as a exercise to keep myself sharp. Anyway, into the pool for me. Technically, I'm gonna have to cut here because I have to take the shorts off to get in the pool. Boxers are the only things that are water resistant in this scenario. Anyway, see you soon. Me again. So the thing is, I might have forgotten to actually tell you why I made the video in the first place. So the reason I made it was to explain how I do things. And the way I do things, just quickly, because I need to get back to this, is the past doesn't matter. When you're standing in a moment that is the present, the future is pretty important because you've got to know where you're going. But the present, the now, is all that matters. The past, it doesn't really matter. That may be a lesson at some point, but that's only when you're learning lessons, not when you're in the present. So yeah, I think that's where we were. So back to the pool, back to whatever you were doing. See you soon. Okay, so this might confuse you, but just to clarify, no, I'm not sponsored by the drinking substance milk.
there. That's going to help you with this next video. Let's get into Drunk Kris.
Oh, I see you guys had the absolute pleasure of Drunk Kris again last night. But before we get into Drunk Kris, a quick word from our sponsor. I'm kidding, I just like milk. So, Drunk Kris, we need to have a conversation. So that guy, he's like, oh, how come Sober Kris doesn't show off his cool new cap? Well, because Drunk Kris, it's quite difficult when you're doing a video to seamlessly turn it around, show off the logo, and then turn it back to how you like wearing it without interrupting your flow. Where was I? Son of a bitch. Oh yes, Drunk Kris. So, you know, I don't get hangovers, right? That's just not something that I do. But apparently, I do throw up because there was some evidence that I had to clean up this morning of Drunk Kris. You know that feeling? I hope you're not eating your breakfast, by the way. You know that feeling when you're lying in bed, sleeping? No, you don't, because when you're asleep, your consciousness is not there as a trick question. You know when you wake up very nauseous and you go, oh, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And then you try and work through it, and you breathe and you go, no, I can do this, I can do this, I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. And it reaches that critical point where you have to sprint to the bathroom. And that happened last night / this morning, and clearly I missed the toilet with the first spray, and I had to sort of adjust my aim because when it reaches that critical point, you need to sprint, and sometimes it doesn't wait for you to actually get to the toilet. Pretty weird video. Pretty weird video.
Okay, yeah, so a pretty exciting week on Snapchat. Now, there was other stuff going on that I didn't make videos about. So I've been working on some more store stuff. I know you're gonna say these videos are basically always about the store. Well, okay, here's another one about the store. So I've been doing the teens stuff. There's hoodies, there's sweaters, there's t-shirts, but I'm also working behind the scenes, and you can't know about this one just yet, but I'm also working on heist of the century stuff for the store. It's going to be great, but at the moment, you can get the teens stuff, you can get the powered tees, you can get the Let Me Be Frank stuff, there's loads you can get. Come on, go there, go have a look, buy something, support me, be a good person. I'm losing my voice again, I know.